So this time of year, or really any time of the year, we do a lot of appetizers. So like when we have people over or whatever, and we usually do a lot of that around the holidays. So today I'm gonna do something new, something different. We're gonna do beer cheese. So I've got all the ingredients ready, so let's get this party started. Okay, we're gonna get this cheese started. So I've got all the ingredients prepped and ready. So I've got two kinds of cheese. I've got a sharp cheddar cheese. I've also got a Boar's Head American cheese. I've grated them both. You certainly could use pre-grated. I'm a big believer in grating your own cheese when a recipe calls for grated cheese. It's just better. It doesn't have the additive to keep the cheese separated or whatever. So, but we're just going to start out adding a little bit of each cheese. And by the way, I have 8 ounces of each, so like a pound total cheese. I don't know if we're going to be able to get all of the cheese in there at once. We'll see. But for now, I'm just going to add maybe about half of each, something like that. Maybe even a little bit more. Alright, so the way this is looking, I'm going to end up adding all of it. It looked a lot bigger in the pile on the plates, so we'll get it all in there. By the way, so beer cheese supposedly, and I think this is accurate, originated somewhere in Kentucky in maybe the 1940s or something like that. Of course, I think there are a couple of people who claim to have invented it, but they actually have a beer cheese festival in Kentucky, which sounds like not a bad place to be. So maybe being in Ohio, maybe I'll drive down there sometime. All right, so there's our cheese. We have it in our bucket. I have got our spices mixed. I've got a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of ground mustard, so like mustard powder, and then just a dash or two of smoked paprika. Might need to add a little bit more salt, maybe a little bit more of the smoked paprika if we want more of that flavor. But for now, that's where we're going to start. The other thing I have is 1.5 teaspoons of garlic, just minced. And the other thing I'm going to add to taste, and we may add more of this, is some hot sauce. I'm using this Killer Hogs brand. I really like it. It's got a great flavor. It's reasonably mild. And I'm just going to add about, I don't know, 5 or 6 shakes of that. Again, we can always add more. And I'm going to get my lid on my food processor and plug it in. That'd probably be good. And then we're just going to pulse it. Okay, and after we get it broken up a little bit, I have got a little more than a half a cup of beer, maybe like 2/3 of a cup. I don't know if we will use it all. This happens to be Modelo. It's just a bottle I had in the fridge. You can use any kind of beer you want. I'm actually really interested in what this might taste like with like a Guinness. So I'm gonna pour maybe about half, a little more than half of that in, and then we're gonna blend it again. See what it's looking like. It's coming along. I'm going to grab a spatula, which I should have had ready, but don't. And all right, there we go. And we're just going to scrape down the sides of the bowl. Smells really good. Whoa, I just made a giant mess. All right, I think it needs a little more blending. It's definitely getting there. All right. It's really good. Tried a little off the spatula. Okay, I do think it needs the rest of the beer, so I am just going to add this last, it's probably 3 tablespoons of beer, something like that. Again, it ended up being about not quite 2/3 of a cup, I think. Oh, that consistency is about perfect. I'm going to try a little bit of it. Boy, that's good. I think it could use a pinch of salt. So we ended up using a ½ teaspoon plus a pinch of salt. Again, this is totally to taste. The kind of cheese you use in this will affect how much salt you have to add as well. Some cheese is saltier than others. And I'm also going to add a little black pepper, mostly because I love black pepper, but I think it would add something to this, so I'm going to add it. So about 3 little pinches there. And one more. Okay, I tell you what, I think this is going to be perfect. So what I'm probably going to do is set up for a taste. We'll get this out of this food processor and into a bowl. And we'll taste it on camera and we'll be right back. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I've had like 2 or 3 of these. But we'll try one on camera. I've got just a saltine cracker, which happens to be my favorite cracker for stuff like this. You could use anything you want, or bread points, something like that. But I just spread a little bit on and we'll give her a shot. That's so good. And so many things you can do with this. If you want it spicy, add some jalapenos or some more hot sauce if you want. Add some salami or something like that to your cracker. So good. If you're a horseradish person, add some horseradish. I would have loved that, to be honest with you, but not everybody in my house likes horseradish, so I didn't do it. But so good, so easy. Thanks for watching and tuning into BuQeye Barbecue. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do it. Just hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, just gives you a little dot on your YouTube next to my channel, showing you that I have a new video. Maybe even hit the bell if you don't mind getting a notice that there is a new video. So thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time at BuQeye Barbecue.